Okay, Chaver, I'm sending out this video because I'm nervous that tonight we're not going to get together, and I don't want to continue not having shear and going weiter. So we're going to have shear vicariously. That basically what's going to happen over here is I'm going to record this. I'm going to send this out. Hopefully everyone is going to learn it. And then we're going to be able to move weiter this way and hopefully keep Chazara strong. And most importantly, it's Thursday night. We'll be able to utilize the moment to go weiter on a Thursday night. So we have Friday, Shabbos, Sunday, Nachamol to do Chazara. And really, what's going to happen is we're going to finish up a lot of Chav Zayin Amud Aleph right now, which is basically going to be the 2 blot mark. And I hope that we realize we're learning together for about 2.5 weeks. We're about 2 blot in. And I hope the data, the info is building. So we should realize that, holy cow, let's do Chazara. Yeah, each day it's a little bit, it's a little bit, it's a little bit. We have Wednesdays to double down, to do it again. We have Shabbos, Friday, Sunday, and everyone's like, what, I should do it again and again? Yeah, because by now we've chazered each Gemara 3, 4, 5 times, and now it's time to iron it in to get it in our blood. So hopefully, if today we finish Chav Zayin, tomorrow we chazer Chav Zayin, Friday, Shabbos, Sunday we go back from the beginning of the Masechta, Chav Hey Amud Beis, Chav Amud Aleph, Chav Amud Beis, Chav Zayin Amud Aleph. Then we're really going to start really understanding it. So we have to offer Chav Zayin Amud Beis. We're in the middle of learning the 21 Shemrim. We learned the Makar. We had a pasuk that said 24. We subtracted 2 by saying Shnayim. Shnayim just means 2. We subtracted 1 by Parvar, meant that the last guy is just there to give him company. And what's Leparvar Klape Bar? Viba Yisima. We're up to the second teretz. We're literally, 18 lines down. The first line is Klape Bar. The second teretz, how we can learn out the Makar for 21 from this pasuk. That is 24. Viba Yisima. Leilam Chav Dalid. Really, you're right. It's 24. We know that. It's 3 plus 21 is 24. So when the pasuk lists 24, it's 24. How is 24 a makar for 21? 21 plus 3. Frak the Gemara. But here, Leviim udechsev. But the pasuk says Leviim. How can you tell me a pasuk that says Lemizrach HaLeviim refers to Kohanim? Explains the Gemara, Rav Yeshua ben Levi, Damar Rav Yeshua ben Levi, B'chav Dalin Mekaymais, in 24 places, fascinating that it's 24. Nikru Kahanim Leviim, Kahanim are referred to as Leviim, V'zachem Meyam, and one of them is, but Kahanim Leviim, B'nei Sadik. So 2 different terutzim, how we learn the Makar for 21 from a pasuk that means 24. How we got involved in this is because we're in the middle of discussing the 3 places of Shemir of Kehanim. We get involved in the 21 places of the Leviim, the Makar for the Mishnah and Midas, the Makar for the Pasuk, 2 ways of learning the Pasuk. And now we go back. Let's circle back around to the 21 places. Chamisha, Shari Harabayis. We're smack in the middle of the Amid. 5 in the 5 places of the 5 gates of the Harabayis. Varba and 4. 4 in the 4 inside corners. Hey, Ali Shari Azara, 5 in the 5 gates of the Azara. Va'arba and 4, on the 4 corners of the outside. 5, 4, 5, 4. What's the kasha? We spoke this out when we learned it together. I don't understand. Why harabayis? You had 5 on the 5 gates, 4 on the 4 inside corners. And then Ma'ishana Azara, and what's different about the Azara? Tavdinan mibachotz. That the 4 on the outside. If the Shemrim are on the inside, they should be on the inside. If on the outside, they should be on the outside. Why in one are they on the outside and one are they on the inside? Answer question mark. Answers the Gemara. Amri harabayis. When it comes to harabayis, di'itama, that if they get tired, ubai mesav, and they want to sit down, Yosef, they're allowed to sit down. On Temple Mount, you're allowed to sit. Therefore, Amrina and Mitaychay. So the Shemrim stand inside. But Azara, you're inside the Heli Gabis Amigdash. Ditama, if you get tired, ubai lemesav, and you want to sit down, loy matzi Yosef, you're not allowed to sit in the Azara. Why are you not allowed to sit in the Azara? Damar mar, because we learned ein yeshiva ba'Azara. You're not allowed to sit in the Azara, ella only lemalche beis David bilvad. only the kings of David. So because you can't sit in the Azara, we're concerned that we have a Shomer there, and he's going to want to sit down, and he's not going to be able to. So you know what we do? Amrina, they said, Mi bachot, be outside the Azara. So if you're outside the Azara, you're able to sit down if you get tired. So why is the Harabayis on the inside? Because you're allowed to sit. Why is the Azara on the outside? Because you can't sit in the Azara. So you do the Shemira from the outside. Period. And we continue quoting the Braisa. Hey, 5, al hey shari Azara, on the 5 gates of the Azara. Says the Gemara. Slow down. The hey shari mudhavi bazar. Are there really only 5 gates in the Azara? So we're like, I don't know. V'remeni, I'll ask you a stira again from the Mishnah Midas. Says the Mishnah Midas, Zayin sharim hudavi haya bazara. There were 7 gates in the Azara. Gimel ba'atzafa, and 3 in the north. But Gimel ba'adarim, and 3 in the south. Ve'echad ba'mizrach, and 1 in the east. Question mark. So how could the Brisa say that there's 5 gates of the Azara? If we know the Mishnah says there are 7, so multiple terutzim. Teretz number 1, Amar Abaye. Says Abaye, and this should hopefully sound a little bit familiar to a Gemara we had in Chavavam and Beis, when we spoke about the Beis HaMoikod having 1 shomer, even though there's 2 gates. And what did the Gemara answer? What did Abaye answer? That one guy could see both ways. Similarly, Amar Abaye says over here, Trei minayu, 2 of the 7, lo yitzrichi shimor, didn't need shimor. Why not? So we'll just suggest maybe because they're close to each other. And that's how we get 5. Second teretz, Rava Amar Tanoi. Says Rava, you're right. We just learned in a brisa that of the 21, there's 5 gates of the Azara. The Mishnah Nidai says there are 7. It's a stira. No, different opinions. So machlokes Tanoim, Tanya, like we learned in a brisa, ein poichasin. You're not allowed to have less than Meyud Gimel Gizbayrim. Sorry for the hiccup. From 13 Gizbayrim, 13 treasurers, Zayina Markalin, and from the 7 trustees. The recording got a little hiccup as I was trying to open up with a Markalin. Our trustees, we're going to write that in. Rabbi Nassan Aimer says, Rabbi Nassan, Ein Paichasin made Yud Gimel Gizbayrim, you can have less than 13 treasurers, Kineged, corresponding to Yud Gimel Gisharim from the 13 gates. So we have 13 gates. So what does that mean? Dal Chamisha the Harabayis. Subtract 5 gates of the Harabayis. How many do we have left? Pashilu. Come on, you guys are good at math. It's less remaining. Pashilu, we have remaining. Tamanya, 8 gates of the Azara. So says Rava, we have 3 shitos. Almad comes out. Ikatana, there's 1 Tana Damar, Tamanya Havai. There's 8 gates. That's the shita that we just quoted. We just quoted a brisa that said there's 13. Rav Nosson said there's 13 sharim. Minus 5 means there's 8 sharim. Vikatana Damar Shiva, and then there's a Tana that we quoted the Mishnah Midas that says there's 7 gates to Azara. Vikatana, and then there's the original Tana that we quoted to Amar Chamisha Havoy that said that there are 5. So it's 2 different terutzim. We quoted a Mishnah that said there's 5 shayrim on the 5 gates of the Azara. The Mishnah Midas said 7. Abaye says 2 of them don't need Shmira. Rava says it's a machlokes Tanoim. We're going to stop over here. We're at the 2 dots at the bottom of Chav Zayin Amud Aleph. And once again, we're basically 2 blot in. So tonight, hopefully everyone's going to hear this year. We're going to chazer over tomorrow. Friday is going to be Chav Zayin Amud Beis. Shabbos and Sunday is going to be 2 times from the beginning of the Masechta. Yes, we're building. Each week we're going to have more and more, but by now we can do the first block quickly. So we're going to do from the Mishnah, the beginning of the Masechta, all the way to here, and we already have our sights set, hopefully with a strong next week. We should already be closing in closely on the first parak, followed by a strong chazara and a party, and hopefully close to Rosh Chodesh Adar or thereabouts that we're going to have this parak in our bones, b'siyata dishmaya.